Here we go. We have the Premiere Pro opening page. And the first thing you want to do is go to New Project. And you can rename this if you'd like. So I'm going to rename it Test Classroom Project. And you can tell it where you want it to save to. So you can browse, and right now it's on my desktop. You can leave this alone. Time code you can leave alone. This is high definition video. You can leave that on there. And just hit OK. So from here we want to import media. And you should be in assembly right here. So the first thing I want to do is just go to File, and I want to import. And I'm just going to import off my desktop here. And I'm going to go to, let's see, this one right here. I'm going to import that one. And then I'm going to go and import again. I probably could have done that in the same one. These are just some random videos I grabbed. And so now I've got two videos in my assembly page. And I want to go to editing. And what I'm going to do is drop, it says right here, drop media here to create a sequence. So I'm going to grab one of these videos and just drop it right here. I just dragged it over there. And this one's just a random picture or video of driving the tractor. And I am going to play it right here so you can see. It's really simple. And notice that it's in the portrait format. So this probably wasn't the best one to grab, but in this other one here, I can then move this one over, and I can put it right next to this one if I want. And this toggle thing right here shows you, oh, I just put the same, nope, this is a different video. Okay, so this one here, you can see what's on it by just moving this wherever you want. If I hit play, and this right here where it says 1/4, this represents 1/4 of the resolution. So if I'm on full resolution, it might go really slow, but it'll look better. This is just for the playback, so I like to keep it at 1/4. And now I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to start chopping this video up. And the first thing I'm going to do is go over here, because these are some of my tools. And there's this one here called the razor tool. And I'm going to click on that. And I'll just randomly click right here. And notice what it does. It chops this video sequence. And now from there, I can go back to my arrow. And I can start moving this over. That's overlapping. I can also put this one on another track. So I've got these video tracks right here. This one, this one, this one. Whatever is on top is going to be the one that shows up. And so you can have multiple things on top of each other. And that gets handy later on, and I can show you. These are my audio tracks down here. So I can move that around. I can do whatever I want with it. And up here in my effect controls, if you don't see that, you're in editing right now. And if you go to effect controls, you have all these controls here. The position, let's go to, I'm just going to go to right here. Well, you know what? I'm going to go on this one. So the position, you can see that if I click over here and start moving this back and forth, this should, oops, you can't see it because I'm on the wrong one. I'm sorry. I need to be on the one that I have. So right now I have this one highlighted, so that's the one that's moving. So right here you see that my position is moving left and my position is moving right, and that's how you move that around. If I go to here, this goes up and down. So I'm moving this one up, moving this one down. That's where you can reposition your video in here. The scale, it's at 100, and I can move this one and scale it up, scale it down if I want to zoom in or zoom out or whatever happens to be there. There's a rotation one, and there's some other stuff that you can mess with here. There's an opacity one, so you can make it a little more see-through. For instance, if I was taking this, let's just take this video, let's move it on top of this other one, and now I'm going to move it here. Now this one is highlighted, so if I move the opacity way down, you see that it now becomes more see-through, and you can start to see this other one below it. Okay, so that's just a few of the editing things that you can do there. And there's some audio stuff that you can do as well. So like your audio levels, you can go down into your audio down here and mess with these. Okay, so the next thing I want to go over is your effects, which is right up here. Okay, so I finally found these. Alright, so we've got our effects over here, and if you don't see those, go to Window and then Effects. Anything you can't find, if you just go to Window, you can look through here and probably find it. So right now I want to go to Video Effects, and I am going to go down to, where am I? Oh, I'm sorry, Video Transitions. So video transitions, and I'm just gonna, there's a bunch of different ones you can mess with, but I'm gonna go to Dissolve, and I'm gonna go to Cross Dissolve. So from here, I'm gonna put this one right there. You can see that I just added it right there. Okay, so now if I go to here, and you can kind of see, these don't really match up very well, but if you can see that it slowly goes to this other one right there. And also, if you don't want the audio in there, you can just mute it. So I'm going to mute my audio on this track, and that way I don't have to listen to it the whole time. So again, I'm just hitting my space bar right now. You notice it has that nice transition. You can also, if I zoom in right here, which you can also zoom in down here, you can toggle this thing, zoom in, zoom out. But let's see, where was I here? So I want to go to this spot right here. I can move this cross dissolve and make it bigger right there. And now you can see that it takes longer for that to dissolve into the other one. There's a bunch of different ones. You can do dip to black, dip to white, film dissolve. You can just mess with those, and it's all personal preference at this point. Okay, the next thing, if you would like to add some graphics. So I'm going to go over here, graphics, and it gives you a bunch of different ones that you can choose from. If I want to, let's just throw in angled, lowered third. I mean, there's just a bunch of different ones. Your title, your name here. You can mess with all these, but you can just move this over. And now you've got this title here. And it's on, let's move this over there. And when I move this cursor here, you can see that my title now showed up there. So I can go over to my title and I can just change it around, do whatever I want with it. Okay, let's go right there. So right here, I just clicked on it, and once I've clicked on it, I can just do whatever I want with it. I can change the. Let's see here. It's really small on my screen, so I'm trying to think how to make this bigger on my screen. I can go from fit to 100%, and I can move this down to here, and that's one way of doing it, I guess. So, oops, I'm on the wrong thing there. So I'm going to go to here. How am I getting back onto there? There we go. Okay. I can move this around like this, and I should be able to, from here, mess with a bunch of these things right here with the color. This is kind of all your basic things that you can do with the text. So in order to get to the text, that's what I'm looking for right now. Oh, there we go. So I gotta go here, and then from here I can do this, and I can say chainsaw, something like that, and go like this. I can scroll back up, and I can move this over here, something like that, and now I can go back to fit, and you can see that it's just right there. Okay, so that's just a basic way of putting titles in there, and with this particular one you can go back to your effect or go back to editing, and I can go to, right now this particular one is highlighted, so I can change stuff in here again. I can change the position, see how it's moving this over this way and this way. I can do the same stuff. I can scale it larger on there, and you just have the same sort of ability to move these around. Whatever is highlighted here allows you to do that stuff. So that's basically your transitions. That's cutting stuff and adding some of this. You can add whatever you want. You can add pictures. Like if I wanted to add just an image, I can go to the assembly and I can go to file, import, and then import a picture and just put a static picture in there, and I can put it wherever I want. I can also add my own audio. So if I have my own audio clips saved somewhere, you can put those in. Maybe you make your own music and you want to put those in. And that's pretty much the basic rundown of this. Now I'm going to go to, I want to go to File and Export. So if I want to export the whole thing, that's where you would go. So from here, and I'm not really sure why it wasn't letting me do it, to be honest. Let's see, File, Export. Oh, there we go, Media. So this looks ugly, and I just messed with some stuff real quick, but down here, you can decide sort of how long you want it to be, if you want to cut part of it off there. But right now, this whole thing is on there. You can move this around. From here, it tells you like the format that you want to export it in. So there's all kinds of different formats. This one, I'm on a Mac right now, so it's QuickTime is the default for that. But you'll want to go to like MP4. Not that one. Actually, the AIFF. I I think this is the one we want. I might be wrong on that one because most of you are on a PC and some of you probably know better than I do. Actually, H.264 is, strangely enough, I think that's the one that we want. So you can go to right here, preset, and you can go, there's even ones that say like stuff for Facebook. If you were going to post it on Facebook, if you're going to post it on YouTube or Vimeo or something like that. These 480s are really small. If the higher you go up, the bigger the file is going to be. So like YouTube, full HD, that's probably the one that I would use. And so that's for video. And you can rename this. So output name, I can rename this. And I can just say, let's see, classroom test video. And where is on my desktop. So I could just save it like that. And that's going to show up there. My audio, you probably don't need to mess with the audio too much. I mean, if you really want to get into it, you can. But these presets are nice because it just allows you like your basic presets for wherever you want to put it. And when you're ready, you just hit export and you are all done.